Evening all, Depay here. So it's finished at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Manchester United 0. Wasn't really the scoreline I expected. I think in my preview I said 2-2. But it was kind of like a 2-2 game. It was end to end. There was a lot happening, but at the same time there wasn't a lot happening. It wasn't boring, but like no one really had clear-cut chances to win the game. Well, I say that, but then I think Cavani had one right at the end, near the end, bicycle kick that came in from Wan-Bissaka's cross, and it just brushed past the post, luckily. But I think there was a mix-up between him and Martial. But that was sort of like the best chance of the game to win it. I mean, everywhere around the pitch there were chances, but they weren't like clear cut. So much so that you'd be like, oh yeah, one person should have won and one person should have lost, this, that, and the other. I think in all, a draw is a fair result. It was an interesting lineup. I think Manchester United fans will be more gutted about this result than Arsenal fans will be. Mikel Arteta will, just because it's we had three of our best players out. We had Saka out due to precaution over a sore hip, and obviously Tierney's out with the calf problem, and obviously Aubameyang, our captain, is out with family issues due to the illness of his mother recently. Partey and Smith Rowe started. I didn't expect Smith Rowe to start, to be honest. I thought that Willian would be in that number 10 role, but yep, he started in there. And Odegaard was on the bench, which is what I actually expected because of all the social media stuff saying that, like, of Tierney turning around and saying, oh, that's a great touch, that, and all that. I had a feeling that, like, Arteta would be like, okay, in case I need him. And to be fair, when he came on, he didn't do too much, but he looked bright. He looked like he was in the right places. He was putting passes together, which was good, but he was only on for 10 minutes, and there wasn't really much. I think it was like more like 12 minutes, but there wasn't really that much to be like, oh yeah, this guy's the next big thing or whatever. We'll see what happens at Wolves. I'll probably go into more detail of this on my preview on either tomorrow or Monday, but yeah, I feel like he probably will be on the bench again. Anyway, so Man United went with a full-strength side, obviously, after losing 2-1 to Sheffield United in the week. They brought in Fred and McTominay in the centre. They had their full strength. They're kind of like first choice defence there. So Luke Shaw came in at left back, and Wan-Bissaka at right back, and then Lindelof and Maguire at centre back. But they went with Cavani up front, which was interesting. Which also I thought he was going to do as well because of how misfiring Martial is at the moment. Yeah, it was interesting. I think McTominay pulled up with an injury, a stomach injury of some sort. Earlier in the game, he took a pill because, I don't know, he had the shits or something, I don't know. And he was substituted off just before half-time, about 5 to 10 minutes before half-time, for Martial, and Man United looked a little bit better. But starting off in the game, I'd say we were probably the better side. We had most of the possession. It wasn't until Martial came on that Man United grew into the game and looked decent, to be fair. I was quite worried at that point. Then they had one chance shortly after that where Fred took a shot from the outside of the box, and Leno got a great save to it. And then we went in half-time at 0-0. And at this point, again, I thought we defended very well up to that point. it was a decent defensive performance at least, and I felt like we were getting into positions attacking wise. So it wasn't like what it was like in the initial parts of the season where there was literally no attacking threat whatsoever and a kind of haphazard defensive performance. So anyway, he came out in the second half, and Martinelli was taken off for Willian. That was another thing that was interesting. But then anyway, I'm assuming Martinelli would have come in anyway. But yeah, so he was taken off at half time for Willian. I don't know whether that's because of an injury. I don't know whether that's because Arteta thought that he needed more experience and more strength on that left hand side. I'm not sure. To be fair, I put out a tweet referring to using Raul Julia as M. Bison in the Street Fighter film, saying "Game over," but I was wrong. He actually played quite well. Actually, come to think of it, he set up a few chances. One in particular being a cross in that Pepe took a shot, glancing shot, and Maguire got in the way just in time. But Gary Neville was saying on commentary that was definitely a goal. If Maguire wasn't there, that would have been a goal. He also had a chance himself where he came in on the left, hesitated a bit, took a shot. Wan-Bissaka got there just in time to clear it away. Again, like if he was a bit more confident, he may have like gone round him, tried to take the shot there. Who knows? Odegaard, as I said, came on. Yeah, he did okay, I suppose. Wasn't really much to go on, but like he looked quick. He looked like he could put a pass together, that kind of thing. So we'll see in the coming months what he brings to the team. There was also Lacazette took a free kick, hit the bar, and then Emil Smith-Rowe also had a chance where Laka headed down into the box. It fell for Smith-Rowe. He took a shot at the near post, and De Gea saved it, and it was a good save from De Gea, to be fair. There was also a couple of chances from United in the second half. Rashford running in, took a shot with the outside of his boot, side netting. At that point, my heart was in my mouth because I was like, oh my God, here we go, 1-0. They get one chance, one goal. But then they didn't have that one chance. They had two chances from Cavani. The one in particular, as I mentioned earlier, the bicycle kick. How he's not scored that, I don't know. I think, as I said, it might be just because he messed up. Him and Martial messed up somehow. But yeah, overall, I think it was a decent defensive performance. It wasn't that dissimilar from the first half, to be fair, but overall it was a decent draw, a decent defensive performance. We now have 4 points off of Man United this season, beating them 1-0 at Old Trafford and drawing here. We haven't conceded a goal against them, so that's good. So I'd say that Arteta still has Ollie's number. Yeah, overall good performance. So that now takes us into. I should be more ready with this, but forgive me. It takes us into, well, we're basically where we were at the start of the day. So we're 9th now, and we play Wolves on Tuesday at Molineux. I don't know what the other fixtures are, but I say by the preview I will have a clear idea of who's playing who that day. Yeah, so I think overall, I think I kind of alluded to this at the beginning, but I think Mikel Arteta will be the more happy manager over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he didn't lose, and after losing to Sheffield United, in Man United's case, they needed to win this game to kind of get their title race back on track. But you know, there's still plenty of games left to go. I don't personally think they're going to win the league, just because they're too inconsistent. They have a run of good games and then they'll lose or draw a couple, and then it will be that again, and I forget who said it. I think it may have been like somebody from BT Sport said it, but unless Manchester City lose a handful of games between now and April, they look more likely to win the league. And who knows, you might get a last minute surge from Liverpool or Spurs or someone like that. But yeah, all in all, good performance. And we move again. We go into Wolves on Tuesday. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points there. Wolves are looking kind of average at the moment. They're not as these world beaters they were last season. It seems like Espirito Santo has lost a bit of his spirit, to pardon the pun. But yeah, let me get into the player ratings. So Bernd Leno I give an 8. Again, pretty good. He commanded the box well. The save he pulled off from Fred's shot from outside the box was unbelievable. And just a solid performance from him. Bellerin, I give a 6. He didn't really have a bad performance as such, but it's just that he lost the ball a lot. He was caught out in possession quite a lot. And again, he has the thing that a lot of people in the kind of football fan YouTube stratosphere keep complaining about, that he never seems to be able to, beat the first man when he puts in a cross and that kind of thing. So that's that. And then Rob Holding, I give an 8. I don't see what this guy's doing wrong at the moment. Like, literally won every single ball, every header. Yeah, he's doing the business at the moment. David Luiz, I give an 8. I think he was Sky Sports' man of the match. I would actually say Granit Xhaka was probably the man of the match. I think I saw DT on Arsenal Fan TV talking about this, and I would agree with him, but I'd still give David Luiz an 8. Again, he was commanding, he complimented Rob Holding very well, and yeah, literally, I mean, there was a point, I can't remember who it was, but someone was coming in, took a shot, and he just took it, he went to take a shot, and he just took it from under their feet, and calmly just got it out of the box. He's definitely improved from the kind of after Project Restart David Luiz that was giving Raheem Sterling a goal off of his hip and all that kind of stuff. Cedric, 7. I think it was a standard performance. He defended very well. He tried to get into areas. His crossing wasn't as good as it was at Southampton, but still quite a good solid performance. Partey, I'm going to give a 6. Wasn't as consistent as he was today. Lost the ball a lot. But at the same time, he did win back balls quite a lot. He did keep Pogba and Fernandes quiet to some extent, not as much as Xhaka, but he did. And then yeah, moving on to Granit Xhaka, I give him an 8. Like, literally was basically the party of this fixture. That party was in the away fixture at Old Trafford. Like, he literally just kept Fernandes and Pogba quiet, particularly Fernandes. Emile Smith-Rowe, I'll give a 7, mainly just for his work rate. I don't think it gets similar to Southampton. I don't think he was as in the pockets as he usually is, but his work rate was unbelievable. Pepe, I would give an 8. Again, sort of building on what he did at Southampton. If he can carry that on throughout the rest of the season, I think hopefully people will get off his back about this 72 million thing. Like, he had that shot that was blocked by Maguire, which could have easily been a goal if Maguire wasn't there in time. He was, aggressive. He was like rough and ready. He was all over them, basically. And he gave Luke Shaw a run for his money, outpacing him on a number of occasions. Martinelli, I'll give a 7. Because again, his work rate was brilliant, and I'm mainly giving him a 7 for that last ditch header away when Rashford went to chest the ball down, and he just crossed him and headed it away for a corner. I've not seen a player do that for a long time. Lacazette, I give a 7. Again, work rate was brilliant. I hope he's all right after the injury. or after he went down injured. But yeah, didn't get the service that he normally get. He's normally been getting in the last couple of games, but he was still there trying to hold up the ball, making it difficult for the Man United centre backs. Yeah, so he did pretty well. Odegaard, standard 5. As I said, he looked bright, and he looked like if he had more time, he could have done something. He looks promising, but it's hard to say on 10 minutes. Nketiah came on for Lacazette towards the end in the 90th minute. I don't know if I should mark him, but I'll give him a standard 5 just because he was there. Willian, who I almost forgot, I will give a 7 actually, because I thought he did pretty well. He had the chance that was blocked by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he put in that cross for Pepe, and he was getting in the right places. And I think if it was tactical from Arteta, it was the right choice. To shore up that left-hand side. And then the manager himself, I'll give a 7. We didn't win the game, but we didn't lose the game, and I think he did what he did. He did what he could with the lineup he had. So yeah, I'll just give him a 7. So yeah, that's it. If you come across this video and you like what you're hearing, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you want to call it. And I'll see you again for the preview for Wolves, either tomorrow or Monday. This is Deepeye for the Armchair Armory, signing off. Take care, stay safe.